So welcome back. We're doing some Wing Chun internal exposed series stuff, and people have been asking questions about the range still, right? Now, Wing Chun's range, when we do Chi Sao, this is a neutral range, right? In terms of the range you don't want to be in. Because I can punch you full power, you can punch me full power, right? So this is the range we don't want to be in. We start in this range in a neutral position because our job is to try to win that position. We need to control the bridge. So we either want to cross the bridge, we want to smash the bridge, right? Or we want to suffocate the bridge and get in, right? Either way, we got to beat that bridge, right? That bridge won't let us in, we can't get in. If I punch and you can pull my punch out, or if you sink and you can control me, I can't get in, right? So I've got to get past that bridge. Now the reason we do that is because if I can get past that bridge and get to here, your ability to cause damage to me is less because you can't use your whole body power, right? You can only arm punch from here. I can trap the elbow, right? If I'm out here, Lockie can swing a punch at me. It can be full power, right? I can get smashed. But if he tries to swing a punch now, when I'm in here, I've taken out the elbow and shoulder. You've neutralized the shoulder and the elbow and put pressure on the hip. Now you try to punch. There's no power there. So the more I can take that pressure out, the better. But now I can strike. Because we're short strike, I can strike hard from in here and strike areas of the body that cause damage, right? But most people are going to try and swing punches at you or try and throw straight long punches. If you pose a straight punch and I move out the side of a punch, I've got this short position here, I can strike and come in. If I grab his body, he tries to move away from me, yeah, he's got no power here, right? I'm lifting him off onto his toes, I'm lifting him up, and now I can then push him off balance, right? So a lot of times you lift someone, take them off their hips, right? So getting in close really stops a person really hurting me, right? Because he can't get a lot of power from me. I can also utilize my legs and my hip to control him. And this again takes away his power because you need the hip, you need the leg to get the power from the ground, right? So the more I can use my legs to come in and take his balance, the more I can push him off balance. Now what will happen obviously is sometimes when you get through the bridge, you're getting close, and then the person moves away from me and goes back into the same range we were before. But this time, they're in a retreat mode, right? So as they're going back, this is when I can punch my full power punch. So often you'll see when we do Chi Sao to Go Sao, when we get some distance, this is where you see some punches come in. But a person is either slightly off balance or slightly behind the ball, right? They've actually moved away, they're not ready to go forward again, right? So a lot of times I'll get in, I'll try to suffocate the position, and then I can get some short strikes in here. And as they move away, I can get a full power strike as they move away. Because they're moving into a position that we were before without the defense. When they're here, he has his bridges, he has his defense. Right? When he moves away off balance, then the angle's open, the bridge is not attacking me, the center line's out. Right? So often we control the bridge, right? To strike to get in, we'll smash the bridge, right? Or we suffocate the bridge, and then we're in and we can strike. This is what you see us do a lot in Chi Sao. And that's why a lot of times we get into sort of clinch positions like this, and sometimes we'll change them into some wrestling positions, only because the wrestling is a little bit more bigger in the skill, it's more obvious, right? So it's more obvious if I move Lockie like this, he can feel more obviously what I'm doing. If I move him like this, sometimes I might strike him, but he didn't really feel what happened. So sometimes we'll use obvious skill, sometimes we'll use a hidden skill, where it's not so obvious what's happened, and I'll be pinning and controlling him. So in our Chi Sao, sometimes I say just stay in the Chi Sao platform, and we'll just stay here, right? We'll just stay in the Chi Sao platform with no footwork, right? And then we'll work in our hand position, but we're still working how we control the body and still working how we link the body. But this is harder because I'm not using my feet, so I'm trying to take control of his feet and get him off balance and not lose balance, right? So we're doing hand against body, really, because my hand and my body are working to attack him, but he can use, well, he's doing the same as me, okay? But my body is staying delinked, it's staying linked and sunk, right, while we're striking, right? So here, I'm trying not to lose my balance and trying to take his balance, right? So we do that first. So that's a way of just proving our stance works, because if we're rolling and I have to move, he pull me and I have to move, I'm in momentum, and then he can take control of that. There's more things to worry about. So if he pulls me and I can control that momentum, I can re-attack his body, right, and keep my body in control. I'm proving that my stance is active, right? So that's why you see me not always stepping, right? Then with lockout, I step a bit more because once we've got the strikes going, we often go into a longer bridge. Rocky might step back, and we go into a longer bridge, and we go into Gorsao, and then we try and attack the legs. And often, because he's got good jiu-jitsu and wrestling skill, we'll go for a little bit of a wrestle in between to work on some bigger skills and try to use our understanding of the bows and the body to manipulate under a heavier pressure, because the wrestle pressure is a bit heavier. Because if it's just striking, the fight's finished. So we try and keep a momentum going. So you can do different levels. You can do Chi Sao with no footwork and work your bridges, and still attack their balance, right? Still attack through their body. You can then work the bridges, start stepping in, getting close body to manipulate them, right? To make sure that they can't get power, and then push them into a striking position, right? You can go to a Gorsao position where you add your kicks in and add your entries in to make sure you've got the good control of the entries, good control positions. You can add your clinch, right, to start to wrestle somebody to get bigger power for throws and hip tosses and trips and sweeps, right? Because that's more realistic. Because in a real fight, you're going to have all these things happen to you. So we try to make an array of things ahead of you, right? So you can be in a normal Chi Sao platform, Chi Sao to Gorsao, Chi Sao to close body, right? Chi Sao to clinch, clinch to a wrestle, wrestle to a throw. Then you have the whole array of things that you can be doing.